Guys. Oh. I have a new model. I have a new model now. I bought it for $20. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Rocco World, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hi Jean. Hi April. Thank you. And hi visitor. Pay attention, guys. It's ADHD hour. Oh shit. Did I accidentally grab my shitty popsicle? Oh man. I took a popsicle out of the freezer earlier and then it melted and now it's refrozen and I accidentally took it out of the freezer this time. It looks like Dracula had a fucking aborted fetus and I'm eating it. Sorry, too soon? Ooh, Subway Surfers. Ooh, satisfying bits. Yes. Pay attention. I got a chibi model, okay? This week, guys, has been pure fucking suffering, okay? Pure suffering. But at least I got this cute model. Isn't it cute? I'm so tiny. I'm so tiny and cute. I've got too many things going on. I got final projects coming up. And so I had a professor, right? That he didn't have any due dates. First of all, listen, let me just talk about this professor real quick, because I fucking hate this professor. So, I had 2 classes with this professor, neither of which had any due dates, alright? As long as all of the assignments are turned in by the end of the semester, he didn't care about due dates. So midterms came along, and he dropped me. I had already done an assignment for this class. And he just fucking dropped me for no reason, but he didn't drop me from the other class that I also only did 1 assignment in. I was like, dog, what the fuck? And I messaged my advisor, and she was like, oh yeah, just like talk to him about it. So I emailed him about it, and he didn't answer. I emailed him like 3 times, and he didn't answer. So, you know, you could say, oh, Alex, you should have just done all of the assignments when they were assigned. But they didn't have any due dates. What? I didn't know when they were supposed to be due. They were fucking due in May. So I'm just waiting to do all of them until May. And I still have a class with this professor where I've only done 1 assignment the entire semester. And technically I have 100% in that class because I got 100% on the assignment and nothing else is graded because nothing else is due. Because it's an online class. Anyways, so I'm catching up with my stuff on that. Because I only have 1 assignment that I've done, right? It's due in mid-May, so I'm like, okay, I got a month left. Let me start catching up on these assignments. They're very easy HTML, CSS assignments, okay? I fucking hate coding, and I'm changing my major because I don't want to be in STEM anymore. I don't like it. Plus, I don't know. I fucking hate this professor. But, like, the worst part about it is that, like, the coding itself is fine. I understand how to do it, and I don't mind sitting there and doing, like, the repetitive, setting up the style sheets, doing the fucking HTML, whatever. I use Dreamweaver, so that's not that difficult. But the worst part about it is, dude wants me to write, like, a fucking essay for every single page. He wants, like, each assignment has to have, like, 5 to 10 pages. And he wants me to write, like, a whole, like, 1,000 words, like, every fucking page. I was like, not happening. So the weird thing about this, right? The thing is, rate, the professor's thing just came out, and I'm about to, like, fucking wreck this dude. I'm about to complain to the dean and everything, be like, this is the worst professor I've ever had. These classes are fucking awful. But oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so this professor lets you use ChatGPT, which is like, wow, cool, that's great. But then he doesn't specify what you're allowed to use it for, and he's like, if I find out you use ChatGPT to write the code, then I reserve the right to give you a 0. Are we allowed to use ChatGPT or not? I honestly don't know. And I don't feel like reaching out to him because he was an asshole. So I'm not putting all of my effort into this class if you can't do the effort of writing me back a quick little email explaining why I got dropped from the class. Hi, Max. I'm eating a popsicle. So yeah, I've been catching up with this class. I have about 12 to like 14 assignments to do for that class. It shouldn't be too bad. They're not due till mid-May, so I should be able to space it out. And then I have my other classes that I have final projects in. I've been keeping up with those because they have due dates. I should have pulled out my accommodations and been like, I need a due date. I need you to give me a due date or I will not do it. The entire reason he dropped me out of that class is because I didn't do the assignments because you didn't give me a due date. Don't go to community college, guys. I mean, go to community college. Don't go to my community college. It fucking sucks. That's why I'm transferring. I have my transfer day this weekend. I get to go meet my professors and stuff. I'm excited. Hi, Psycho. Okay, yeah, this popsicle is ass. I use ChatGPT to make my essays for me. I like ChatGPT, but I'm that kind of person that's a little bit too honest sometimes, and I don't want to use ChatGPT for everything. But in this class, because he's like, oh right, he says the topic can be whatever we want. I'm about to just be like, ChatGPT, write me 1,000 words 5 times about this topic. Does it fucking matter what I write about as long as the HTML and CSS is correct? It's a fucking HTML class. I know HTML. It's not fucking hard. My entire experience in STEM, in web development and web design has been fucking awful. I recommend it to nobody. unless you like banging your head against the wall for 30 minutes. I recommend it to nobody. Yeah. I'm gonna be an illustration major next year. The artist and Alex is denying using AI even for minor convenience. I know! And it would just be so much quicker if I, like, just gave in. And was like... And ChatGPT can write code for you. If I'm like, ChatGPT. I just copy and paste the assignment into ChatGPT. I'm like, it would be so much easier. But I don't know, I'm stubborn like that. And half the time the code that it writes isn't even good. Like, even the most basic shit. I should be using AI more. It's there to make my life easier. I do like ChatGPT. Sometimes I ask it for things and it's like, well, I can't Google search this, but this is what I know. And I'm like, you know what? Thanks for being honest. It's not perfect. But it's a little buddy for me to carry around on my phone. I have the app installed on my phone. I'm not even joking. Because, so I had a web design development / whatever internship a while back. I've talked about this internship many a time. Look how cute this model is. I love it. I love the movement of it. Do we like it? Can we get a second of applause for the model? Hold on. Let me pull up the credits for the model because I could not tell you who made this model because it's literally OX4682B4. Sounds like I'm reading off fucking bingo numbers, but that's the name of the person who made it. Just look up on Booth, like, customizable live 2D models, like the first result. I don't know. I wanted to go back to the split dye short hair. This is what I was listening to when I was doing my assignments. The hyperpop. I don't know. I don't know if we like the hyperpop. I have it because it's ADHD time. And I just... Listen. To bust out these assignments, I have ADHD. I know that might be a little bit of a surprise. But I'm actually... I started out on stimulants, but I'm actually on it's called Strattera. It's more of like a regulation type medication where it's kind of more like an antidepressant where you have to like build it up in your system, and it kind of just helps with more day-to-day things. But for me, it doesn't help with like things that I really need to buckle down and focus on as much. Like it reminds me, like, I think having it yes, Strattera. Go and tell your doctor you want Strattera. Um for me, it's really good at helping me focus in day-to-day things like driving. I don't get as distracted. I can remember that that food exists. I can remember to take my medication. I can remember to eat. Oh, also somebody redeemed that earlier. I think. Yeah, April, yes, I did take my meds. I took 2 meds. Listen, we're gonna tell the story. Um it's so I think like the reason I didn't take stimulants is because I had some negative side effects. I'm the kind of person who does like high intensity interval training or whatever the fuck it's called. I mean, I just play video games in my room, but I wear like a Fitbit to monitor my heart rate, and my family has a history of heart problems, and I've had a couple heart problems over the years, and it was just taking on a daily basis was just making my heart rate too high, especially if I wanted to work out, and working out is kind of important to me, so I was like, let's not be on stimulants. It also made me really angry and gave me a lot of anxiety. But Strattera is more of like a stabilizer, and it's kind of more passive when it comes to treating my ADHD. So when it comes to things I really need to buckle down on, like when it comes to like doing assignments or anything that requires me to really like sit there and focus for a little bit, it does not help whatsoever. It feels like I'm on no medication at all. So I still have some Adderall, for break in case of emergency. I'm running out. But I took some today for the first time in a year-ish, maybe a little less than a year. I feel like I could fight God. Definitely a lot more calm than I was when I first took it a couple hours ago. It was kind of alarming. I mean, it's not a big dose or anything, but I was like, yeah, I think you can take it online. I read you can take it in combination with the other ADHD medication, but my doctor didn't want me to for some reason. But now I'm at a new doctor, and she doesn't need to know about it, so I'm about to go back and ask for a refill. Because it does help. It does help with, like, buckling down on stuff like this. I know neurotypical people that take Adderall for that shit. Yeah, I'm narking on you? Oh well. Oh well. ADHD person takes Adderall. Unheard of. Yeah, that's my school experience for the week. And that's also why I haven't been streaming this week, is, I have a lot of assignments to catch up on. A lot of them. But I'm trying to catch up on, I want to just do the entire course, because I still have about a month left in the course. I want to do, like, a lot of, I just want to knock it all out, like, this week and next week. And not have to worry about it, My summer classes, I haven't registered yet. My friends are like, why are you taking summer classes? I don't know, I want to graduate earlier. And I don't want to work this summer. Okay, listen, my schedule basically, right? I have up until May. In late May, I go on a vacation for about 3 weeks. And then, so I'll be done with my vacation like mid to late June. And then I have July and August. And then like mid-August, I go back to college. So it's like, I'm not going to be able to find a job, and I don't want to work during college. I know it's a very privileged thing of me to say, but, with me, it normally just doesn't work out. I'm just going to take out some loans, unfortunately, and have to deal with it. I would rather have good grades, and maintain my scholarships and my benefits, you know? But yeah, I can't really get a job because I'd only be working for 2 months. And what is this song? I don't know. I don't listen to hyperpop very often, but when I when I took the Adderall and I was like listening to hyperpop and doing my homework, I was like, wow, 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 wow. No, I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get a job this summer, but I don't want to just be sitting around for 2 months like a bum, so I'm gonna do some summer classes, get some more gen eds out of the way for my transfer school. You would think I'd have all my gen eds like knocked out by now because it's been 2 years, but apparently not, because there's art gen eds. I've never taken an art history class in my life, so I've got to take 2 of those this summer. That's gonna be very fun. And again, they're all online. I'm so excited. But luckily, my online classes don't start while I'm on vacation. They start in like July. They squeeze them into like a month or 2. I'm like, thank God. But yeah, don't be surprised if I like open commissions at some point. Because I'm not gonna have a job. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, that's how ADHD is though. I have 2 or 3 out of how many are due right now? I don't know. Like, I think 10 are due right now. So, if I knock them all out this weekend, it shouldn't be too hard, especially if I rely on ChatGPT. Because this professor seems lazy as fuck, and I really don't think he's going to have the patience to go through every single person's assignments and run them through ChatGPT or whatever and see if it was not made by them. I don't know. My other friends at school, they love ChatGPT and they use it for literally everything and they don't get caught. But I'm always that person that's like the 1% of the time. What if, you know? But he's literally letting us use it. I don't know. Yeah, I just want to stream a little bit before I go back and do more. I don't want to, guys. I don't want to. I have so much homework to do. Someone tagged me with a prompt on how to make ChatGPT be mean to you, and that was the first time I ever used ChatGPT. I don't remember what I first used ChatGPT for. I think I needed... Oh, I do remember. It's no secret, guys. I've interviewed for agencies and everything before. And I had an agency interview last year. And it's... If you guys have never interviewed for a VTuber or like a streaming talent agency before, it's really weird. And all of them are really different. And I was trying to prepare for the interview, as you do. And I couldn't find... I didn't know how to approach it. Do I approach it as a streamer? Do I approach it like, hey, what's up, everybody? You know? Thanks for interviewing me. Or do I approach it more like professional? I didn't know what to do, so I think I asked ChatGPT about that. And then I didn't get through. But that's okay, because the agency is falling apart. This is what happens when you don't hire Alex, guys. Also, disclaimer. Alright, for future reference. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say. I will never actively say when I'm applying for agencies. I mean, I do it sometimes if I'm like really interested in one, but not very often. Just because I like being indie, I like having freedom. Especially during times like this when I'm like, oh shit, I really have to buckle down and, you know, do my homework. I can't be worried about streaming right now. But I don't know if you guys saw, okay, Niji Sanji opened their VTuber auditions. And the funny thing about it is that I can automatically tell who's not getting in, because they're like, guys, I'm gonna go for it. Wish me luck. And it's like these people who have like 15,000 subscribers on YouTube or whatever, and it's like you could tell like you would get in if you just shut your gob. They're not gonna accept you if you're posting on Twitter like, guys, wish me luck. I hope I get into Niji Sanji. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, bro. Here you are streaming. Yeah. But it's not like a substantial stream. I have nothing planned. I'm just yapping. Probably won't be super long. I don't know if I'm gonna do more homework tonight. We'll see if the Adderall is gonna wear off anytime soon. If not, I might work out instead of do my homework. I don't want to burn out too fast. I still have more time to do it. I always trust my instincts when it comes to doing assignments and doing things on time. I always trust when I know. I'm like, okay, we'll do some now. I don't think I've ever like missed a deadline when I tried to make a deadline. I've missed deadlines because I didn't feel like doing the assignment, for sure. But for this class, it's so fucking easy. It's just so tedious. It's just so tedious. And that's the whole thing with web design. That's why I'm like completely like changing my major, and I'm like, fuck STEM, fuck this. I hate coding. It's so tedious. You like look through the whole thing, it's like, oh, it doesn't work. You like missed one semicolon or some shit, and it's like, really? And then like I have to take a JavaScript class, and I don't understand JavaScript at all. And I have no interest in understanding JavaScript. So I'm like, I'm gonna go play with glitter glue and be an art major, because I can say I have a degree and then get a job somewhere. I don't know. I have plans. I have plans, but I won't share them. This model's so cute. Literally the same as every other stream. I used to do very, very planned streams. I would like to get back to that, especially after the semester's over and I can do more content creation. I think in another life, not in another life. I think next year when I'm doing, in the summer and in like the fall and everything, when I have more regular classes that aren't online and take all of my fucking time and my brain cells away, I think I'll definitely be able to stream more. And I'll definitely be able to plan things like I used to. Like, I used to do, like, challenge things in games and everything. It's just, yapping streams are easier for me because I can spend less time on them. I'm the kind of person where when I start a game, I have a really hard time putting it down. Like, a really, really, really hard time putting it down. Especially when I'm streaming. I used to stream for, like, 6 hours or more. When I would speedrun and everything. And I miss speedrunning, don't get me wrong. But I think for now, it's not the vibe. I think for now, I want to focus more. If I'm going to be creating content, I think I want to be doing more YouTube videos and stuff like that. And it is really hard. Like, this kind of stage where I'm like, I'm kind of back, but I also have some more IRL responsibilities that kind of take precedent over this. But I have so many things I want to do for videos. I do like stream sometimes. It's difficult managing it. But you know, we'll sort it out. I think that the light at the end of the tunnel is close. I think that once my classes are done, it'll be much better. And I think because I am going on vacation for 3 weeks in the summer, I think I want to try to find a way to have you guys watch my streams when I'm not home. Maybe do I actually, because I'm going to the Philippines, I don't know if they have like restrictions or like good internet or anything. I mean, there's a lot of Filipino streamers, so I'm assuming they have good internet. I'm going because my girlfriend's from there, and I'm gonna go visit her and her family over the summer. Oh, that sounds like I'm an e-dater. I'm not an e-dater, guys. I met my girlfriend IRL. She's going home for the summer. I'm just going home with her. That's always people's assumptions. Like when I told my friends that I had a girlfriend, because I'm the kind of person where I learned very quickly, right, when I started using dating apps and everything, where I would not tell my friends, like, don't tell your friends, like, oh my god, this person matched with me, because, I mean, maybe if you're a guy, but when you're a girl, you get a lot of matches, and it's like, not every match is gonna result in a date, is gonna result in, you know, a relationship or whatever. So I didn't, like, tell my friends until it was, like, official. I think I told them about the first date, and then, after that, you know, she's real. Guys, I swear she's not a manifestation of my schizophrenia. But yeah, my friends kind of, when they were, like, asking about her, I was like, oh, she's Filipino, and they were like, or she's from the Philippines. I should have just said she's Filipino, but I was like, oh, she's from the Philippines. They were like, Alex, are you e-dating? Because I play Valorant! And I've e-dated before. I was like, no, guys. She has flesh. She's real. But yeah, that's why I'm going to the Philippines this summer. I'm not kind of excited. I'm really excited. I've never really experienced a ton of culture outside of the US. You e-dated? Yes. Have I not told these stories of e-dating? I've e-dated a lot. Can you fucking look at me in the eyes right now and tell me I haven't e-dated? What are you, a flesh tuber? I want to be a flesh tuber so bad. If I could literally have anything in the world, it would be like, if I won the lottery, I would just like live in a shitty little apartment and be a flesh tuber. The only reason I don't do it, I don't want people to sexualize me. And also, I mean, I don't care if you do it to the VTuber. The chibi might be a little bit weird. But, me IRL, I don't like when men sexualize me. I don't care about the VTuber though. Y'all can say whatever you want. But also, cause you know, digital footprint or whatever. But if I won the lottery, I think I would be a flesh tuber. I feel like there's just so much content you can make with it. There's pros and cons to both. I talked about it before. There's so many things that you can do, like as an IRL streamer. But yeah. Sorry, but I caught your slip of the tongue saying I don't like men doing it. So it's fine if it's the ladies. I am taken now. All right, ladies. All right, ladies. Calm down. Calm down. I say now like it's a new thing. I feel like it's a new thing still. But it's been almost a year. But yeah, I would love to stream, do IRL streams. I might do, hand cam streams eventually. Guys, yeah, my girlfriend's Filipino, so don't mess with her. That's all you need to know. Maybe she'll make her streaming debut soon. She is actually really interested in the fact that I stream. She's definitely a normie. But I feel like I'm like a... Maybe I look like a normie. but I'm definitely more of like a closet nerd, where you can't really tell just from looking at me that like I'm really nerdy. But you know, if there's anything that makes me feel like a normie, it's the VTubing community. Have you guys seen that like VTuber versus IRL trend? And a lot of it is really cool. Like a lot of it, I'm like, oh my god, these people are so attractive IRL. Like, you know, beating the stereotype. Woo, beating the stereotype that VTubers are ugly, and that's why we use avatars. But it's some of them. I won't name names. I'm sorry. I'm such an asshole. I'm so mean. At least you have the confidence to post it. All right, I'll say that because I don't. I'm not doing that. I believe in digital footprint, guys. I've said many things, and I will continue to say many things. I'm not. No, I'm holding my punches. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying. I don't even remember what their names were. I just remember scrolling through and seeing some, and I was like, oh, looks like a Discord face reveal channel. Can we just say that though, guys? Is it okay to just say cringe things are cringe? Can you like look at me in the eyeballs and tell me that I'm not cringe? Because I am. I'm very cringe. To the average person, I'm like the most cringe thing in the world, right? But then I can acknowledge when VTubers are cringe, and I can acknowledge when I'm cringe. Can we stop pretending that cringe things aren't cringe? You know? Everyone's like, cringe culture is dead. I don't want to be like, I don't agree with it. But like, you know, I'm not gonna go on people's accounts and just comment like, oh, you're ugly, oh, you're cringe. But I'm like, it's, when you're cringe, embrace it, you know? Live your truth, live your life. But just acknowledge, just know that you are cringe and you will be called cringe. I've been called cringe many a times by normies. You freaking normies. Scrolling across my stuff on YouTube Shorts or whatever. Alright? Which I want to do more of soon. But can we just stop pretending? Can we just stop pretending that you're normal? I can smell you through the screen. You know? You know? If you put your photo out there, you're asking to be talked about. So saying you're being told you're cringe is normal. I think, yeah, there's like positives and negatives to that. I wouldn't put my face out there. I don't give a fuck about people's opinions, personally. But I think it would hurt me personally more to see all like the fake comments being like, oh my god, so kawaii, that's than if someone called me cringe or whatever. I think I get people calling me a baddie. Because no, it's funny, right? It's funny. I'm mixed, so I can say it. I'm mixed, so I can say it. But you see anybody with like a slight hint of melanin, they're like, oh my god, she's a baddie. And then you see a white girl and you're like, oh my god, so cute. It's funny. You can call me cringe and ugly. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's the beauty of the internet, guys. Everybody will always have their opinions. And I feel like we need to stop acting like people don't have opinions. You know? I put my content on the internet, and anyone can say whatever they want about it. It like, I jumped out mid-sentence when I heard melanin. What? This isn't new news, guys. I've been sharing this for the past fucking 2 years. Then I mixed. Yeah. My opinion states that you don't have an opinion, though. I don't know. People are cray cray. And they're like, this is, I mean, maybe I'm on X too much. I'm on Twitter too much. It really is just wow. Just wow. I lose my faith in humanity, you know? How I showed you guys? I put it on Twitter X. X sounds so nasty. Maybe I have it on here. If I were to ever commission a new VTuber model, what it would look like. I do know some people are like surprised when I tell them that I'm mixed. They're like, oh, why isn't your model mixed? It was actually a miscommunication. Because my first model was white, and then I wanted my new model to be a little bit more of both. Yeah, don't use this art, guys. It's my design. I commissioned it, but yeah, if I were to ever rebrand Alex again, it wouldn't really be a rebrand. I think I'd keep the hair the same, actually. But everything else, like the outfit and everything, I posted it on Twitter. Yeah, I commissioned this from, why all these Japanese, IF959U on, Twitter and Scab. But yeah. If there was ever another, Alex Live 2D model, if I ever stumbled across some money for that, it would be this design. Isn't it cool? No, it's not yours, it's mine! Look how cute. Very inspired by Valorant, very inspired by, my current design. I think I would keep the hair the same though. I don't know, I just love this hairstyle. It's so cute. A 4.5 kilogram watermelon off a building. It reached a terminal velocity around 35 milliseconds. What? Miles a second? And what is the M/S? Multiple sclerosis? Oh, I'm so sorry, watermelon. That's so sad. Meters. Listen, I don't use those goddamn meters in this motherfucking country. This is the imperial system. We use feet and miles. Is the Fang staying? Hell fucking yes. If I ever get a new model. Are you kidding me? The Fang's so cute. You read kilogram just fine, you voted. What the fuck is a damn meter? I've never goddamn heard of that in my goddamn life. Never in my life. We use feet. And we love feet here, brothers. We love feet here, brothers. It's making, why, guys, this is gonna make me sound so terminally online, but when I make feet jokes IRL, they just don't hit the same. They think it's weird. They're like, they have to like sit there actually and wait for a second, like, Alex, do you have a foot fetish? Do you normal people don't joke about feet? Feet funny, haha, feet, haha, foot job, hashtag, ha 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 ha, back shots. Feet, back shots. They don't think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious. On my planet, this is hilarious. Guys, don't get normal friends. They fucking suck. Oh, where's my picture? Where's my picture? There we go. I'm sorry, why the fuck did I come into Alex? Do you have a foot fetish? My IRL friends, they don't understand. They don't understand the fucking culture. Guys, they're Sigma's feet. I love Sigma. He's my zaddy. You guys know the reason I play Sigma, or the reason I like Sigma? Because I have no... When I started playing Overwatch, the only experience I ever had with, like, any kind of, like, hero shooter game, still, really, I don't play, like, Apex or anything, was Valorant. And Overwatch was way bigger than Valorant when I started playing it. I started playing Overwatch in 2021, like, right at the end of Overwatch 1. And I was like... I don't know who the fuck to main. But there were loot boxes. So I just looked up I was like, okay, whoever like get a cool skin I pull first from the loot box, that's who I'm gonna main. And it was Sigma. I think I got, like, that was my first legendary skin in a loot box. And ever since, that he's my zaddy, he's my grandpa. He's my foot friend. I love him. I love his little dirty feet on the ground. Why does he need to wear shoes? Riddle me. Why? Everyone gets so upset. Everyone gets so upset. They're like, why does Sigma not wear shoes? Guys, he doesn't touch the ground. He doesn't touch the ground. Why does he need shoes if he does not touch the ground? Also, when are we getting a grippy sock Sigma? Even in, what's it called? His Asylum skin, he's not wearing grippy socks. When does Sigma get the grippy socks? When can I relate to Sigma? Fake Mercy stand? Oh no, you have no idea. I love that clip I have of me accidentally exposing my Opera GX background as Mercy with her fucking honkable longas out. I love Mercy. I play Mercy when I am bored. My friends are like, Alex, got on Overwatch, and I'm like, ew, Overwatch. I'll just be Mercy for today, and I'll play Left Click Simulator. I hardcore ship Moira and Mercy. Hardcore. DJ Dashme, thank you for the 17 months. That's cray cray. Oh, sorry, the alert is covered by my satisfying videos. Use Opera GX? Ew. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it. I use it as more of a casual browser. Like, I use it for, like, the ad block on YouTube. And I use it when I play games, because it has, like, the GPU, like, thing where you can, like, change it. Like, over the funny noises... Dude, my friend has it set, like, we'll, like, do, like, screen sharing on Discord. My friend has it set where it's, like, the Walmart computer noises. And it scares me every time. Opera GX dead ass lags more than Chrome for me. Honestly, I don't notice that much of a difference. It probably lags. You might have, like, the limiter on or whatever, like the GPU limiter, or with CPU limiter, or RAM limiter, or whatever. You might have that on. I don't notice that much of a difference because my PC and my MacBook that I use it on both have enough processing power that, you know, running a couple tabs on Chrome isn't going to kill you. But I don't know. I use it more casually. I have Chrome profiles for my, like, business things. So, like, I use Chrome for my Alex stuff. I use Chrome for my personal, like, business. I use Chrome for, school. Opera GX is more for, like, when I want to watch YouTube, when I want to watch Netflix, when I want to, you know, play fucking 2048, you know? I got a 2017 Dian laptop. Ooh, 2017 doesn't feel like that long ago, but wow, it really was, huh? I was going into high school in 2017. I got my last laptop before I got my MacBook in 2019? 2020? I think it was 2019. I use Opera for free Steam keys? You get free Steam keys from Opera. That's crazy. I have heard that it's like some people think it's like a spyware type thing. Listen, my thing with that is that every browser is going to be spying on you. It doesn't matter what browser you use. Use whatever makes you happy. Unless you're one of those fucking losers using like Linux or something. Jesus Christ. My My biggest pet peeve in my year as a STEM major, instead of being an art major, is the fuck. They're so annoying! People that are like, oh, you're still on Windows. I use Linux. Okay. Get back to fucking licking Elon's boots while you're at it. Jesus Christ. They're so annoying. I'm like, be normal, STEM majors. Be fucking normal. They're like, what kind of GPU do you have? Oh, you have a 2060. Oh. I don't prefer any Linux. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't know the difference. To me and to most employers, what you need to know is Windows and Mac. That's all you need to know. Because to 90% of the population, that is what we use, and that's what matters. I worked at a government office, alright? We didn't use fucking Linux. Nobody in that fucking building used Linux. Did I miss the explanation for the old man's dusty toes on the right side of the screen? Yeah, well, normies don't like foot jokes, and because I am friends with people IRL, it's really weird. I feel like I'm living like a double life. I feel like I'm like Hannah Montana. You know, I'm such like a closet nerd. Nobody IRL. I mean, maybe some of like my newer friends IRL. But like my newer friends that I've met through school don't know that I like anime. They knew that I liked FNAF because when the FNAF movie came out, I was like freaking the fuck out. And I was like texting everybody like, "Did you watch it? Did you watch it? Did you watch it? Do you want to watch it? I have an account. You can watch it." But yeah, a lot of my friends I hang out with IRL. Actually, some of them watch anime, but I don't know. I feel I don't want to be like that bitch, right? That's like, you watch Spy Family? Oh, haven't seen it. Too busy rewatching, vintage anime, retro anime, I'm not. I'm watching fucking Black Butler. Because I watched it in my childhood and I enjoy it. And I'm scared of change and I don't watch anything new. Like, compared to some of my friends IRL, I don't even mention that I watch anime because I don't watch anything new. I've seen My Hero. I really want to get caught up with. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Because it's been like a year since I was trying to get caught up with it. I watched like 5 seasons in like a week. I'm like halfway through season 5. Maybe I'll like restart from like season 4 just to like, backtrack a little bit. I know season 6, like the first part is out, right? Or is it both parts are out now or whatever? I'm not up to date on the anime community. But yeah, I hang out with a lot of people IRL who they don't get the foot fetish jokes, guys. They don't get the foot things. They don't get the backshot things. They don't get any funny jokes. And then I hear my little brother going around with his fucking friends and me like, chat. Who are you talking to? There is no chat. You're not a Twitch streamer. I feel like a boomer. You read anime? Cringe. I read manga. You like manga? I only read light novels. Yeah, I don't want to be seen as like anyone that's like too elitist in the community. Yes, I mostly watch like older things from like they're not even super old. It's like stuff from like the early 2010s or like the late 2000s. Stuff that I used to watch. I've mainly just been rewatching things that I used to watch. But I don't know. I just haven't seen anything new. And to a lot of people that might like come off as like elitism or whatever. I just don't have the time. I mean, I have the time, but if I'm gonna watch anime, I'm like, should I start Spy Family, which I know nothing about, or should I rewatch all of Sailor Moon, which I know I deeply enjoy? I've been watching Sailor Moon lately. Sailor Moon's pretty good. The first season's good, and then it gets kind of wacky. Not gonna lie. It might be, I think magical girl anime are like my guilty pleasure. I love magical girl characters. I don't know. I like really pink, like, I love pink girly things. My room is very much like gamer girl. But still, like, you know, depressed gamer girl, right? We still got the soda cans. We still got the monster cans laying around, right? My room is very gamer girl-esque, but IRL, I think I dress similar to how my model dresses. I always wear black. But the FMA watching, it's on my list. It's on my list. It's on my list. I actually didn't know my girlfriend watched anime until like a month or two into us dating, because I didn't mention that I watched it, and then she was talking about anime with her roommate. I was like, the fuck? You watch anime? So we've been watching. We're taking turns choosing. So I've been showing her anime that I used to watch, and she's been mostly just also wanting to watch anime that I used to watch. I want her to give me suggestions, because I still haven't seen her favorite's Violet Evergarden. I still haven't seen it. I really want to watch it though, because it's stuff I would like. What, most recently we watched Tokyo Ghoul. We haven't started season 3 yet, because I watched Tokyo Ghoul when it came out, because I was in middle school, and that was like my first anime I ever watched, like, as it was coming out actively. Not as good as I remember. It's gonna be so real. I remember season 2 being ass, and season 2 was ass. When I rewatched it this time, I legitimately skipped half the season because I remember it being ass. I watched like the first episode and I was like, yeah, nothing fucking happens this season. And I skipped to like the last like 5 episodes. I was like, no, I'm not watching all that. Not as good as I remember. Not as good as I remember. But we're gonna watch the 3rd season. What else have we watched recently? Oh, Black Butler, obviously. I've been talking about Black Butler a lot, but guys, it's like my obsession right now. I watched all of Black Butler that's out right now. I watched the first episode of the new season. Doesn't seem too crazy. The first seasons are definitely products of their time. I don't recommend watching them unless you have nostalgia for them like I do. I do want to read the manga though. I want to read the manga. The manga's good. I know nothing of Black Butler. Yeah, stay away from it. And don't get involved in the fandom. There is weird fan service. Like there was a lot of weird fan service in anime in like the 2000s, 2010s. A lot of weird fan service. I think other than the fan service, it's very good. But fan service of like, a 12-year-old, kind of, I don't enjoy it as an adult. But when I started watching it, I was like 11 and I thought it was fucking hilarious. I don't know. I think it's important to watch things and be able to see them through a different lens. I think it's really interesting going back and watching things you grew up with and being able to see them as an adult and still enjoy them for what they are, but also recognize the flaws with them. I think that's an important thing. I don't know. I feel like with a lot of things, and a lot of people might get mad at me for this, I'm a big fan of the notion of separating the art from the artist. Because especially there's ways to enjoy the art without supporting the artist, If you like Harry Potter, right? I don't like Harry Potter or J.K. Rowling, to set the record straight. I never grew up with it. I didn't like it. Yeah, Black Butler is definitely the wrong kind of fan service. It's fucking weird and nasty. It looks like it got better in the newer like seasons, like Book of the Atlantic, or that was a movie, I guess. The new season doesn't have any yet, thank God. But I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna have it in the manga. I do want to read the manga because I've heard the story is good, but I don't know. Harry Potter, I didn't grow up with it. I have no attachment to Harry Potter. This is a controversial statement. I don't like Harry Potter. I don't like J.K. Rowling. I really don't like anything about it. But I know a shit ton of people do like not J.K. Rowling. A lot of people do like Harry Potter, and they feel guilty for enjoying it. Simply pirate that shit. Crazy. There's ways to enjoy things without supporting the creators. Just fucking pirate the movies. It's not a huge deal. If you enjoy the content, then I feel like it's just you enjoying the content. But a lot of people, they'll see someone liking something, and they're like, oh, how dare you? Did you know the creator? Da, 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 da. Listen, I know Vivzy Pop is a horrible person. And I fucking despise Has-Been Hotel with everything in my being. If I see someone liking Has-Been Hotel, I'm gonna make fun of them for liking Has-Been Hotel because it's a shitty fucking show. Not because Vivzy Pop did whatever the fuck she did. I don't even know what she did. I just don't feel like it's a valid reason to get upset with somebody for liking something. You know? Because the creator did something? Okay, well, do you know? They don't necessarily know that, right? If I'm engaging in a piece of media, I'm not gonna go out of my way to research the person that made it, you know? Having said that, if you watch Has-Been Hotel, you're probably a little bit too young to be here, and I hope you get some mental health because it's really bad. It's a really bad fucking show. I've not seen it. I've actually literally not seen it because the clips I've seen have told me enough about it. I saw the pilot. I do wanna watch it, and make a video about it. I'm 20 as of today. I'm mostly, well, happy birthday, DJ, first of all. I'm sorry for making fun of you for liking Has-Been Hotel. I know it's popular for a reason, right? It's just not my cup of tea. But I've only seen the pilot. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I've watched it and I've done a deep, in-depth critique on it, right? But that's a video idea I've been having for a while, is I want to try to enjoy Has-Been Hotel, and I want to try to enjoy Hell of a Boss. Listen, guys, the reason I can't watch Hell of a Boss is because Brandon Rogers, first of all, I'm always gonna be like, oh, it's Sam, right? Second of all, Hell of a Boss sounds like hell of a dip, you know, like the French onion dip. That's what I think of every time I see that. And then, what else? Oh, also, because it reminds me of Black Butler. I'm simply one hell of a butler. I think hell of is a fucking stupid saying. Feels over the top edgy at times, but I only watched the pilot in the first episode with like two 30-year-old dudes in the call. That's funny. I do want to make like a YouTube video or series out of that where I try to enjoy, like Hell of a Boss, or I try to enjoy Has-Been Hotel. Digital Circus is another one. Things that are admittedly not for my demographic. Watch it on stream. I don't think I can. I think I can watch Hell of a Boss on stream. Should we do that? We can do that eventually. Digital Circus is nice. I don't know anything about Digital Circus. That's why I want to like give it a shot, you know? I don't know anything about it except for there's a lot of porn of the girl. Has-Been Hotel, I'm a little bit more aware of, especially and Hell of a Boss. I'm a little bit more aware of because I'm in like the art community and like animation community and stuff like that in like my personal life. And I see people critiquing it, and I see clips of it, and I see people drawing fan art for it on the other side. I see people doing covers of the songs on the other side. Personally, if we wanna my opinion, just like first impressions, I think it's very edgy. I've seen the pilot a couple times because I like the animation. I do like the animation. I think that hand-drawn animation, especially from a studio of like independent creators, did Vivzy Pop like hire those creators herself? I don't know, like it seems like they're all independent like internet creators, like at least on the pilot. That is cool. I think we need a lot more of that. I think that artists should be paid for their time. I think that hand-drawn animation is a lost art and we need to bring it back. I think that it actually kind of is making a comeback. I know that when Wish came out, people were kind of upset it wasn't going to be 2D animated. But I actually do think that 2D animation is making a comeback, just maybe not as mainstream as we've seen it before. But yeah, hand-drawn animation, I love it. Here to say, I want it. I've done it before. I used to do film festivals. I used to do a lot of hand-drawn animation. It's fucking difficult. And I think I really admire the technical aspects of that. But I didn't enjoy the voice acting. I didn't enjoy the writing at all. The writing was what really threw it off for me. I can deal with bad character designs and eye-bleeding art if the writing is okay. You know, if the story is good, I can deal with it. I've sat through many an ugly anime. But yeah, the writing I don't like very much. They might have fixed it on the season because I've only seen the pilot. Or again, like I said, the character designs are really ugly. I don't think they fixed any of them from the pilot to the actual show. I think that the character designs are ugly as fuck. And I think the colors are jarring. But I will also say that it is very impressive for a team of, you know, internet creators to get an Amazon Prime show. And I was actually really surprised when I saw that. And I was kind of like, good for them. That's like a dream come true. Am I the only person on earth that hates the way Demon Slayer looks? No. Because I also hated how Demon Slayer looked, and then I watched it, and I didn't hate it, but I didn't think the animation was as good as everyone was saying it was. And then now that it's been a while since I've watched it and I haven't seen anything past the first season, every time I see clips of it, I'm like, this show ugly as fuck. I love the line art. I like the concept and the line art and everything. I like when anime look distinct, because when they all look, you know, you can tell when an anime is, I think that's like one of the biggest factors, at least for me, like when I'm looking at upcoming anime. And I'm like, is this gonna be successful, or is this just gonna be like, you know, another anime that it's trendy for a season and then nobody talks about it again? I think that having a distinct art style is good. I just think Demon Slayers is kind of ugly. UFO Table went all in on yeah, the opening and ending in some scenes, but the rest is mid. Yeah, no, I noticed that too. Same thing with like My Hero. I don't know any like anime like studios, except I know what's the one that everyone hates? Because they treat their artists like shit and then they don't pay them. The guys, was it the guys who made Promare? I don't know what they're called. Which I still haven't seen. That's just, I just know they made Promare. That everyone's like, I'm trying to save you from them. I felt that way about My Hero Academia too. I think the first season, maybe two, I really loved the art style, and I think that the fight scenes were really cool. But then, especially, oh, what was it? When I started watching season 5, I think I noticed this. I don't know if it was like the studio changed or what the fuck happened, but the art got so fucking ugly. It got so ugly. Especially like when you started to look at like some of the details in the background. Like, yeah, they're background details. It doesn't really matter. But like, their faces would all be fucked up. They would look so weird. I wonder if I can find an example. MHA Season 1. I also, part of the reason I'm not, the most, I don't keep up with anime that much anymore. Like, I usually wait like a year or two to watch things after they come out, is because I don't like spoilers. I really, when I see a spoiler, it fucking ruins everything for me. And I like to wait until I forget about it. And I've heard a couple spoilers about My Hero Academia because it's just so popular. Let me see if I can find a screenshot of what Deku looks like in this season. It was just such a downgrade. To me, at least. So, look, this is the first season, right? This is the style I equate My Hero Academia with. Like, it looks like the manga to me. Which I haven't read. I probably should just read the manga and, like, skip out on the anime. And then this is what season 5 looked like, guys. And I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that? I was very deeply perturbed by that. I understand they gotta pump these episodes out because there's a lot of story to tell, but you know. They have to make the Fate movies. I don't know anything about Fate except for virgins watch it and play it or whatever. They look the same to me, just smaller line art. There's like minor changes. I think I noticed the characters being off model a lot more. And there's a lot of things that I noticed because I was going to school for animation for a while. It's actually kind of, I don't know. It's kind of depressing that I'm not doing animation anymore. I want to do illustration instead. But I don't know. I feel like my ship has sailed for animation. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy working in the animation industry as much as I would like to just do art. And with an illustration degree, I can get a teacher certificate and be a teacher. So, I don't know that I can do that with an animation degree. It's very specific, and a lot of animation degrees require you to do 3D animation too. I'm just not a fan. I don't want to learn Blender. Me no do it. Me no want do it. Me no want do it. Spider-Verse experimenting with and referencing a ton of art styles have my soul. Yeah, a lot of newer movies, especially like Western animated movies, have been doing a lot of cool things with their animation lately. Spider-Verse was... I'm not a huge fan of Spider-Man. I like the Spider-Verse movies because I like the art and I like the craftsmanship that goes into them. And I've actually spoken with they have a couple lead art designers for like environments, characters, stuff like that, and I've actually spoken to one of them because I went to school, the school that he went to. I don't go there anymore, but I'm not gonna say which one it is. But yeah, Spider-Verse is like a masterpiece. Spider-Verse is insane. And it just goes to show with Spider-Verse that people are willing to wait, because Across the Spider-Verse was very successful after, and Spider-Verse itself, like the first one, was very successful. People are willing to wait, right? The second one was supposed to come out like this year, and like they've delayed it like indefinitely or whatever, right? People are willing to wait. Same thing with like Arcane. And Arcane was, I like how they released Arcane too. Let me talk about Arcane for a second. Same thing with Arcane, right? It just shows how people are willing to wait for quality animation. Arcane is literally, I love Spider-Verse's style, but I think Arcane is a lot more my speed. Maybe I'm biased because I just love Riot Games. Like, Arcane, I am such a sucker for hand-painted textures on 3D models. I don't know why it took so long for studios to figure out that that looks better. And also to, you know, when the animation isn't animated, you know, you don't even though with 3D animation it's much easier to do, you know, your 30, 60 FPS, um, you don't need to. It's better looking. You can especially see it in Spider-Verse when you animate in 3D like you would animate in 2D, you know? You animate, you know, on you do by twos or whatever. It's been a long time since I've discussed animation as like, you know, someone who used to animate. Been a long time. I think it looks a lot better when they animate it the way that they would do 2D, where they skip a few frames before, you know, doing the next one. Yeah, I did hear that they spent a long time trying to figure out how to animate Hobie, because he has that weird effect going on. But people are willing to wait, and like paying your artists and taking the time to do that, like that's how you inspire a whole new generation. You know, that's like the fact that, I mean, I guess Disney does own it now. I was gonna say the fact that Disney didn't do that is like kind of revolutionary, because Disney has always kind of been like the first people to get at things, but now there's been a lot more studios coming in and like revolutionizing different like techniques in animation that are definitely going to be like industry standard in like 5-6 years. I think Arcane really made a lot of studios realize like you really don't, not everything needs to look like plastic, you know. Also, animation can definitely be for adult, and it can be dark and grimy, and it's like, I don't know, I love Arcane. And I was about animating Miles on less frames than everyone else because he wasn't good at Spider-Maning yet. Oh, that's so cool. I love him. I love little things like that. You know, it's little things like that. Letting artists create. I think when you give artists the time to be artists and to go out of their way to think of concepts like that, that's when you really get, you know, something like industry leading. I recently watched Wish, the Disney film. I can't say it was, what is this? This is not hyperpop, is it? It's still hyperpop. This doesn't sound like hyperpop. I'm not gonna say it was a bad movie, because I don't think most Disney movies you could call them bad. I think with Disney movies, they're kind of contained to the Disney realm. You have to compare them to other Disney films. I'm not gonna say Wish was bad, because compared to a lot of movies that have been coming out lately, by certain Illumination, it's decent. It's average, you know. It's whatever. It's, you know, cash grab movie, cash grab 100-year anniversary movie. It's not popular with kids though either. That's my thing. I'm like, they tried. I can tell they tried hard to make, you know, the mascots and to make the talking animals and the things that kids normally like, but kids don't like Wish from what I've seen. My niece and nephew don't like it. I don't know, you know, my friends' little siblings and nieces and nephews and children don't like it. From what I've seen, you know, normally when a new Disney movie comes out, when Frozen came out, all the little kids had all the new Frozen stuff, you know? I know, I was there. I was one of them. Wish, if you don't know, is the newest Disney princess movie. When it was announced, people were very excited because it's the first Afro-Latino princess that we've had. She has braids. Her name's Asha. She's very pretty. But when you look a little closer at her face, you can kind of see, she looks like every other Disney princess, and Disney does have a lot of that same face syndrome. And she also acts like every other Disney princess. Like, I actually got tired of her, like, halfway through the movie. And just, like, her quirkiness and, like, invulnerability too. Like, it seemed like she couldn't make a mistake, or when she made a mistake, it was immediately rectified, you know? I don't know. I like characters. Say what you want about Frozen, but Frozen is objectively a great movie. I think Frozen is an amazing Disney movie, an amazing princess movie. Um, Maybe because I grew up with it, but Frozen I think might be one of the last. No, Luca, Moana, all that stuff, they were good too. Um, but Elsa I think was a really good character because she had flaws, and you could see, you know, the struggle, and you could see the emotions in Anna and Elsa. They seemed more three-dimensional than, even though they were like more cliche, you know, like, oh, their parents died, they're princesses, da 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 da, one has magic powers. Like, it's very cliche for Disney. But you could see they were more three-dimensional. This Asha character was very one note. She was very two-dimensional. She was very exact, like Anna, but take away everything that made Anna interesting. Like Rapunzel, but take away everything that made Rapunzel interesting. She was very boring. She was very stereotypical Disney princess. Quirky, you know, goofy, clumsy, but can do no wrong, you know? I hear some people saying that movie was made by AI. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. The writing was really bad. The songs were subpar for Disney. The animation itself, when you actually take a look at the animation, you can tell it's still Disney. It's still Disney animators doing it. The way they rendered it, I mean, I don't know that much about 3D animation. My realm is more 2D animation. But the way they rendered it, or the textures that they used, were just, they tried to make it look like a storybook or like watercolor, which you know for sure you can do with 3D animation. Look at Breath of the Wild, you know? They didn't pull it off. It just looks really weird, and it looks unfinished, and it looks like very even lighting everywhere. Like, I think that one of the main cool things about watercolor is when you can see it in like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, stuff like that, where it has like shadow, and then it has like a little bit of like that water line, and then it has the base color, right? They completely missed that. They completely missed it. It just looks like shit. The animation itself isn't bad at all. But I understand they're trying to pay homage to every other Disney movie, every other Disney princess movie specifically, and it has the talking animals, and it has the cute little sidekick, and it has, you know, the gang of friends, and the evil villain, the evil king. But none of them were good, is the thing. None of them were good. The princess wasn't good. She didn't have any clear motive for anything other than granting her grandpa's wish that he didn't even really care about. Really, didn't seem like. Her family didn't seem that well written. There was like there were parts where she talked about her dad dying, but they never went back and like touched on that or anything. There was like the king had a backstory with his family dying, and normally in a Disney movie like in Encanto, you see like when abuela that's her name, right? I'm just assuming because she's a grandma. When her and her husband have to like leave the village or whatever, you go back and you see it, and you see why her motivations are like that, because really she's the main villain, but you see her motivations. With Magnifico in Wish, you see a little bit of like, I don't want to lose my family again. I don't want that to happen again. They like explain it like a storybook kind of style, but then they never touch on it again. And it's like none of the characters have any clear motives. The sidekick characters are extremely annoying. Like the main talking animal is a talking goat, and he's a baby goat, and his voice sounds like super deep, and that's supposed to be a funny joke. And it's like, I think the way they could have rectified that, because it's not a bad thing to have a baby animal sound like a baby animal. Like Flounder's like one of the most like beloved like talking animal mascots because he's so cute. It's like he's a little naive little baby fish. It's very cute. And Valentino, I think, is the goat's name, because I saw Wish twice. I watched it by myself and I watched it with my girlfriend because I wanted to be like, am I crazy? This movie's bad or what? The goat, I think it would have been funny when if the star was like messing around with his powers and getting used to like being in this environment. Maybe he like messed up and made the goats have a low voice, but then he changed it back to be like high pitched, because the goat at some point says he's like 3 weeks old, and it's like, why do you sound like a fucking grown man then? And it's like, it's weird because there's so many jokes about the baby goat like being a baby and not having his fighting horns or whatever, but then he sounds like a fucking middle-aged man, and it's like, what is happening? And it is a kids movie, right? A lot of things are that I have opinions on aren't necessarily my demographic. But it's interesting to like make observations, especially because this is like the industry I wanted to work in, and part of why I'm moving away from animation a little bit is because I don't like the direction it's going for a lot of studios. I think a lot of studios, it's going in a great direction, but the animation industry as a whole, I think right now is a little iffy, very competitive, and I would like to be a little bit safer than that, you know? Plus, you could get a job in the animation industry with an illustration degree too, for sure. I don't know. I really like video game cinematics lately too. I rewatched all the Overwatch ones and I rewatched all the Valorant ones lately. Cause I don't know, it was interesting. You know? I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, my stomach hurts all of a sudden. I don't know. I know Fortiche, I think, is the studio that made Arcane. I think they also made some Valorant animatics. Definitely some League animatics. Or cinematics, not animatics, whatever. Cinematics. I think they're very interesting, and I like the music videos and everything too. That would be something that I would love to do. It's just, I don't know, it's so sad that like a lot of artists can't do what they want to do and end up like stuck in jobs that they hate. I think I'm lucky that I can pursue what I want to pursue, but it's also scary because after I graduate art school, there's always, the possibility that I don't get to pursue what I want to pursue. You know? Video game cinematics are suspiciously good. I want those people to make movies. I think they're good because they're short and they can put more effort. They have like such a long timeline to make it. They have more time to make it. It's a short, sweet, compact thing, and all of these artists working on it can devote their full attention to it, and they're used for advertisements. So the companies are willing to put a shit ton of money in it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that first like Valorant cinematic that came out, the one with like Jet versus Phoenix, but that like I don't think that was my first advertisement I ever saw about Valorant, but I remember when I got it as a YouTube ad one time, right? And I think I already knew what Valorant was at that point, but I didn't skip it. I just watched the whole thing through, and I was like, this is fucking sick. Because it's like short video. Most video game cinematics are like 5 minutes or less, so it's like a short video, and they're interesting. And I think that's why these companies are willing to invest a lot of money in them and get teams that would normally be working on movies to make them. I'm pretty sure the team that worked on Arcane, or at least they're copying the style, or one of those studios that Riot outsources from. They made some FedEx commercials that I saw on TikTok lately, and I actually watched them, like all of them, because they were like really well animated for some reason. I was like, these are suspiciously well animated for being FedEx commercials. Like, why does FedEx No, people aren't gonna stop using FedEx. Why do they need commercials? But yeah, I think that's why they're very successful. That's what I wanted, like, I wanted to do. When I did animation, I wanted to do like promotional materials for video games and stuff like that. But the market for that is kind of small. And I recognize, like, I don't know, it's weird to talk about like my art when I don't share with you guys like my art that I do IRL, because it's very personal to my life and to my personal portfolio and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I have good art. I don't know if it would be good enough, especially with nepotism being so big nowadays, to land me any kind of position in those kinds of studios, you know? You know. What am I gonna do with an animation degree? Or illustration degree? Hopefully things that I want to do. But the main goal is being a teacher. Which is, I don't know, I think it's weird. I've gotten some people say that I would be a good teacher. I've gotten some people be like, you be a teacher? That's so funny. But I fucking love school, guys. It might be weird, but I love school. I hate my school right now because it's online and my professors fucking suck. But I was always that kid who always showed up to school, always got fully involved in school, and like I was like club officer for a lot of clubs. I was president of a lot of clubs. Things like that. I was very involved in school, and I feel like I'm robbing myself if I don't let myself go to art school. Like it's always been my dream, you know, to go to art school. And I'm going for a good deal, too. I have scholarships. I have financial assistance, stuff like that. I'm going for a decent deal. Still gonna have to take out loans, but, you know, who doesn't? I'm going for a game design degree because I want to tell stories. I admire that. I wish I could just go to school and not being like, oh, wow, you're so careless. But I wish I could just go to school and not have to feel the need to justify it. But it was really noticeable when I switched my majors, for people to be like, oh, like, you know, before, when I graduated high school, right, my major was animation. And a lot of people would be like, oh, what are you gonna do with that? And I was like, I tell them, like, you know, oh, I want to be a storyboard artist, or I want to, do, like, concept art and stuff like that. A lot of people are really confused, or like they definitely look down on it because it's like the arts, versus when I was a web design major, you know. But it's funny because when I was an art major, right, a lot of people were like, that's great, how are you gonna make money, are you okay with being broke forever? And a lot of times when I would talk about how I was a STEM major, and I was like, oh, I'm doing web design, you know, I'm doing web development and design or whatever, they'd be like, oh, there's great money in that, that's a great career. Is there good jobs you can get in web development and web design? Yeah. But like having like dipped my toe in it a little bit and being like having my internship, and having like, you know, one of the best internships that you can probably have, being a government internship, and just being so, like, I feel like my eyes opened a lot to, wow, I'm gonna be broke forever regardless of what I do. I told you guys, my boss had been there for like 30 years, and he was in like the highest position that he could possibly be in, right? And he made, what, like $60,000 a year before taxes. I was like, Yeah. I can make that as an artist. I'm good. Broke if you do, broke if you don't, for real. I just... It used to, like, hurt me a lot, which is why I switched my... One of the reasons I switched my major, I was, like, really insecure about going for art. And really insecure about being an artist, too. Because I wanted... you go through that phase when you're, like, 18 or 19, when you know you're an adult, but you don't feel like an adult because you're not really an adult. And you're like, oh, I want to be independent, I want to be an adult. I really wanted people to see me as more of an adult. And so I was like, look, I'm making the responsible choice and going into a computer major. Wow. I'm good with computers, don't get me wrong. I think I'm better than the average person at using computers. I can code, basic websites, and I can use content management systems, and I can edit the HTML and CSS in the content management systems. Wow. Which is really all you need. People don't realize that professional businesses actually do use Squarespace and actually do use, Wix, and SharePoint's a big one. Adobe Experience Manager's a big one. But professional businesses do use those managers, and you don't need to know how to code to use them. You really don't. It's very helpful though. But I kind of realized, like, wow. I don't really give a fuck about being seen as an adult or being seen as, like, mature anymore. I don't care if people see me as, like, a baby or, like, I'm gonna be broke forever for going to art school. I don't know. I feel like life is too short to not do what you want to do. I'm the kind of person where, like, I love my whole life is like devoted to art, right? Everything I do is so that one day I can do art and be happy. And it's like, in art in, like, any capacity, right? I feel like content creation is an art in its own way. But it's just, I don't know. It definitely hurt me when I was, like, before it hurt me a lot when people would be, like, looking down on that. Because, that's, like, my life's work and everything. But I think since taking the time away from it, it really, like, you don't know what you have until you don't have it anymore. And when I was doing full-time school and I wasn't streaming and I had my internship, and I had, like, no free time at all to draw or to stream, it was, like, really depressing. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong? I did not spend the last, like, 3 years of my life in recovery from depression to get depressed again all of a sudden. And you guys just gotta have to accept sometimes. Maybe it's an immature mindset. I don't know. I had to accept that. My life, I will never be fulfilled in life, and I will never ever be happy until I can find a way to balance living and surviving with creating, I have to be creating. Or else what point is there? What the fuck is my purpose? What the fuck is the purpose of anything if you can't have fun and be happy, Fuck the rat race. I don't want to be a rat in a race. Oh, I'm yapping. I don't even know. I'm not making any kind of sense right now. Wake up, live, sleep, job done. Yeah. Wake up every morning. Go to my beautiful 9 to 5. Come home. Say hi to my wife. Fall asleep. Start over. Yeah, I'd rather die. Life is so boring without some whimsy, Without some whimsy. If I have to raise rats, I'm cheating and turning my enemies into rat kings. Genuinely, you know, sometimes, my friend asked me earlier, it was a really fucking random question. He was like, if you had any wish from a genie, what would it be? I was like, I don't fucking know. But I said I would get rid of my mental illnesses. But I feel like it's actually wrong. Like, I feel like I wouldn't, because, you know, they've helped me become who I am. And I feel like, there's a silver lining to everything. Did I say cat rings? Oops. There's a silver lining to everything, right? And I feel like, if I wasn't, maybe this is a very weird mindset to have. If I wasn't depressed, or if I didn't, you know, I feel like right now it's pretty under control, but I've had, like, chronic depression since I was, like, in middle school. If I didn't experience that, and that feeling of, like, a lot of it was because I realized that my life was gonna just be so hell, that I realized the rest of my life is going to be me getting up every morning, going to work, coming home, and doing it all again the next day to barely afford to live. When I realized that, it made it so much worse. And I feel like, if I didn't have that, I would be unhappy for the rest of my life. You know, if I didn't have the experience of having a chemical imbalance that makes things seem so much worse than they are, and not being able to manage it well, I feel like if I didn't have that part of my brain, like, you know, telling me that everything's gonna go to shit and my life is awful and everything sucks, I wouldn't try to, I don't know that I would try to better my life, you know? Or that I would try to find happiness. Or I would try to, you know, beat that shit. Maybe I would. I don't know. But that's just my thing. Same thing with anxiety. Sometimes I'm glad I have it, because it keeps me out of horrible, shitty situations. I feel like my anxiety saves my ass a lot. Remember, guys, if life gets you down, remember Alex told you to embrace your mental illness. Doctor says to medicate? Fuck that. Just kidding. Take your medication, guys. It's late. Jesus Christ, it's already 12:30. Should I have been studying? Maybe. Perhaps. 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 What if mine's undiagnosed and I ain't flying across the globe to get it done? Yeah, that's tough. That's fucking tough. I don't know what to say to that one. Good luck, brother. That's what I'll say to that. I feel like I talk about my ADHD and, like, my mental illness a lot, but I like being real, and I like being candid, and I like being for realsies, you know? I don't want people to forget that there's a real person behind the screen. That's why I like my favorite creators, is because I can tell, you know, when you follow their lives and everything, you can tell when they have high points and low points, and for me, it's really inspiring to know that, you know, because past generations never really had that, you know, like having a celebrity be, like, super human and honest and, like, fuck up their entire life, you know? I don't know. But, you know, there were, like, tabloids about it. But, like, you know, you see content creators all the time now, and they mess up, or they do something that fucks up their life, or that fucks up their streaming career or something. And it's just life, you know? It's just life. Everyone's gonna fuck up. Or like, being reminded of that not everyone's perfect, even like just through like hearing stories. Like for me, my favorite creator ever is Markiplier, right? We all know this. I love Markiplier. He's my fave. Um, Markiplier, when he was talking about um, his journey in college, which I actually like completely forget now that I brought it up. But I remember him, like I watched some of his older videos when he was talking about his stuff in college, and also when he was talking about how he started doing YouTube. And I remember it was like at a time in my life when I heard that it was like I really needed to hear it. I really needed to hear that like he like jumped majors and he didn't know what he wanted to do with his life, and you know, he started his YouTube channel in he's like mid to late 20s, and it didn't, you know, I knowing that I still have time to be successful is really important. And I don't know, I don't want to be like, oh my god, I'm inspiring people. But I try to, everyone tries to mimic their favorite creators. I would sit and listen to Markiplier yap about his life and, you know. But I'm not Markiplier, so I don't know. Real person, real hands when. I don't know, I want to do a hand cam eventually, but I don't have a camera. Maybe I'll add it to my throne. What the fuck is PhD salt? Oh, what am I gonna say? Oh, to the Dr. Pepper? No, I don't. I love Dr. Pepper. It's my favorite. There's a new flavor out. The coconut. I want to try it. I love coconut flavor. I love it. I love it. I love it. But strawberries and cream is still the best. I don't give a fuck. I know some people don't like it, but I love it. I don't know. It's nice. I know I yapped when I streamed like a year or two ago. Because I feel like late 2022 and early 2023, I didn't play a character, but it was more so I was trying to be more of like, I'm a streamer, I'm invulnerable, I have no issues. I would share some things, but I wouldn't share everything. No, I mean, obviously I don't share everything now, but there were some things that I really didn't want to share. But I like being, you know, candid. It feels better to be for real with you guys, versus, you know, I feel like I was doing a lot of things to try to get viewers, and it worked. Definitely worked. And I don't know, content creation, the future's a little bit hazy for me. It makes me kind of sad sometimes. I kind of wish sometimes that I just powered through and kept the momentum going. Even though I was like super busy and I did not have time to stream and everything. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie that it makes me sad. But I feel like that's, you know, everybody in their life, you know, you have high points and low points. So just a matter of trying to get back to where we were. A lot better off now that I still have followers versus having 0, you know. A lot easier to start from something than nothing. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's kind of weird and kind of scary and kind of like, you know, it makes you kind of self-loathing a little bit. I mean, now I don't let it get me down too much. Now I feel like I've pretty much let go of a lot of the stuff like surrounding numbers and, you know, getting to be like, you know, a super big streamer or whatever. I've kind of let go of that. For now, I feel like I'll return to the grind when I have more mental space. But yeah, it's just, the grind is a lot. I feel like growing little by little isn't too bad. I had a lot of like periods of like really fast growth. But yeah. Rest assured, I'm here to stay for a little bit. We're gonna try to do some more YouTube content, some more videos, shorts. I want to do TikTok stuff. Streaming is really fun. I love streaming. But I do want to focus a lot of time on YouTube this summer, I think. YouTube puts it does a lot more than Twitch. You know, these 2 hours I've been streaming, I could have been editing videos for 2 hours. Would I have though? Probably not. Probably not. I wish I had a video editor. Life would be so much easier, but I don't have money for that. But yeah, I don't have any plans of leaving anytime soon. Like I said, there's gonna be a hiatus in June because I won't be here. Might do like one of those Twitter live things, or I might stream on reality. I have hold on, should I pull up my reality user? I have a reality now. Reality is a weird VTubing app I used one time, and it was kind of crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna stream there again. I do want to at some point because it was like whoa. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it soon. Yeah, rest assured, if I was talking about agencies earlier, and how people are like tweeting they're auditioning for Niji Sanji. I would like to say publicly, I will not be auditioning for Niji Sanji. I have no interest in joining Niji Sanji. But if you all of a sudden see a fancy hiatus notice on my page, it's probably you know, but yeah, indie gang for a little bit. I sound so weird right now. I sound so weird right now. No, because I took my Adderall, and I don't know, I feel weird. Because it's like leaving my system. I was very focused, and now I'm like back to ADHD brain. I'm like, whoa. Oh wow. It's been a while since I took Adderall. I don't want to rely on it though. It's not good for you. Isn't it like cocaine? Like the chemical equivalent? I do want to do a video at some point of like how to audition for VTuber agencies or whatever. I think it's kind of finding like the balance of making VTuber content, because I would like to help people, because I think VTubing, regardless of how much I don't like the community, it's still what I do, and it's still something that I like doing because it gives me a way to stream. And I would like to make that accessible for people who maybe they need streaming in their life, or they need something in their life to encourage them to get up every day, you know? That was me at some point. I really needed to, even when I had like, you know, 100 followers, right? It still encouraged me every day. I'd have like one regular viewer to get up and play Valorant and stream. And it really helped me get out of bed every day, you know? So regardless of how much I dislike the community, I think I'll still make VTubing videos, and I don't know, maybe I'll make like a specific tutorial channel or something. I don't want to be just known as the girl that makes the VTuber tutorials. But at the same time, it's hard, guys. Branding is hard. Branding is hard. But yeah, maybe one day I'll make, I mean, it'd be topical to do it now. I could do it this weekend. Make a video about VTuber auditions and how to audition for a VTuber agency. But I've never gotten into one. So, I mean, I have, but it was, it was shit. Wow, you can really hear the ADHD brain, just like the fax, what fax, no, the dial-up in my brain going like beep, 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 I know a lot of people are interested in content like that. Please, for the love of God, if you're going to audition for Niji Sanji or any agency, don't fucking post about it. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. It really... It's... I don't know. I don't want to be like, oh my god, you're stupid if you post about it. But it's like, it's... unsaid. It's like an unspoken rule, right? You just don't post about it, guys. Oh, I did this the other day. Because I remember last time Niji Sanji opened auditions, or like, not last time, but like a couple months ago, not months ago, maybe like a year and a half ago. I used to look up Niji Sanji audition on YouTube and sort by like the newest, and I would find like probably like, I would say at least like 100 people who didn't make their video unlisted, and it was just their like, they're recording on their iPhone and being like, "Hi, I'm Bunny. Welcome to my Niji Sanji audition. I want to join Niji Sanji because I want to play games with my Oshis, and I really enjoy Mr. Rias." And it was like, okay, guys, read the instructions. But I feel like there's a lot of people that need guidance for stuff like that. I don't want to step on people's dreams and be like, you'll never make it into Niji Sanji. Yeah, I don't know. VTubing's weird. Everything's weird. State of the world is weird. State of my life is weird. Should I just go? Is my ADHD brain like, is it short-circuiting? It might be. It really might be. I'm probably good. Guys, remember, don't post that you're auditioning for Niji Sanji, please, for the love of fucking God. I don't know when I'm streaming next. I have so much homework to do. I'm not gonna do it tonight, though. Peace!